Mr. Patterson, all signed and sealed.
I'll be back in 6 weeks. That's when I have to start shipping horses to meet my commitments.
Don't worry about it. I'll have 150 head all broken ready for you.
I think that takes care of everything.
Yes, sir. Goodbye. Goodbye, Mr. Patterson.
Hi, Gus.
Hi.
What's up?
I'm in a hurry. Captain's waiting for these tools. What's you got there?
Oh, a stone for Flicka's bridle. Pretty, isn't it? Boy, you ought to see how it shines in the sun.
How you find this?
Oh, I didn't. Flicka did. She picked it up on her hoof while we were coming up a dry creek bed.
Could you find that creek bed again?
Sure. But why?
Because if this is what I think it is,
What do you think it is?
could be gold.
Gold?
Could be.
Gold, Flicka! Did you hear that? We're rich! We're rich!
Hold your horses, hold your horses. First, we gotta find it. And when we do, we could have everything we ever wanted.
And Dad wouldn't have to work anymore. Mom would have all the things she ever wanted.
Yeah. I never had very much money. I would like to know, just once, what it feels like to be rich.
Gus, hurry up with those tools.
Hey, come right away. Forgot the captain was waiting. Here, we better not let him know about this. He'll think we're crazy. We keep it a secret just between us.
Whatever you say, Gus.
Yeah.
If we follow these blueprints, we ought to be able to have a windmill up in short order. One that'll pump enough water for 1,000 head.
1,000 head? Jiminy.
We've got 6 weeks to complete all the work and get the horses ready for Mr. Patterson. Well, that's a big order, but we can do it if everybody pitches in.
We will do it, Captain. The windmill may not be so fancy like the one yon miller's crew builds, but it will work.
How are we going to pay for all the materials and equipment?
I've arranged to get it all on credit, but don't worry about it. We'll be able to pay for everything on this one deal alone. That is, if we do the work ourselves.
Gee, Dad, wouldn't it be something if you didn't have to owe anybody? If you had all the money you needed?
Yeah, but how would I get it?
Some people find gold.
Nah, that only happens in storybooks, son. If you want something, you've got to go out and work for it.
Yeah, here's another. It's just like I figured. That piece of gold ore that was caught in Flicka's hoof was flushed out by the old stream that used to run through here.
We're rich!
Not so fast, not so fast. First, we have to find the big vein. That may take a little time. But if it's here, it will be ours for the taking.
We'll find it. I know we will. You're excited too, Flicka.
I think maybe she's trying to tell us we're crazy. Come now.
What's that for?
This is our claim marker. We have to stake our claim so that nobody steal it away from us. It's a good thing this is government land.
Why?
Well, if somebody owned it, they would own the mineral rights, too. This way, whoever finds the gold can claim it. So now, come, partner. We go to town and file our claim. And we better hurry before your father finds out, because we're supposed to be working on that windmill.
mining claim,
Yeah.
but...
Sure. There's something strange about staking gold claim.
This county there is. Never been one filed here before.
Then ours will be the first.
There's no gold in this area.
We think there is. Don't we, partner?
I'm sure, and this is gold ore. All we need is an assayer's report to determine the value per ton.
Well, I never saw any gold ore before, but I'll bet my britches this isn't it.
We make no bets with you, Mr. Sorensen. Just file the claim, please.
All right, I'll file the claim. I'll have to send the order to Minton City. There's an assayer there. You ought to know how rich you are by the 20th. Now, where's the claim?
I make your map. Here's the mountain. Here, that old dry creek bed come down.
Dad!
He should not see us. Shortcut home.
Hi, Dad.
Captain?
I thought you'd be further along than this. We're going to have to hurry if we expect to be done on time.
We make it, Captain.
If we don't, I'll be in a financial mess.
You don't need to worry about money, Captain.
Give me a hand.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
This is the third day you've fallen asleep on the job. What's the matter with you, Gus?
I'm sorry, Captain. Now, stay awake now.
That's what you told me yesterday. How do you expect us to meet this deadline?
Everything's going to turn out fine. There's nothing for you to worry about.
No, nothing for me to worry about except keeping you awake.
Don't you want some more coffee and pie?
No thanks, honey. From now on, I'm going to eat at the windmill site.
Oh, Rob, that's foolish. You're working too hard.
Somebody's got to do the work. Gus sure isn't giving me any help. He's so sleepy he can't do his own job.
I wonder if Gus has a girl in town we don't know about.
Well, it's a fine time for him to be falling in love, running off to town at night instead of getting his sleep.
Well, maybe he's just overworked and tired.
No. Gus is strong as an ox, honey. Something's keeping him up nights, and I'm going to find out what it is. Hello, Clay. Come on in.
Howdy, man.
Hello.
Brought your supplies out, Rod.
Well, that's mighty nice of you, Clay, playing delivery boy for the general store.
Well, I was coming out this way anyway. Howdy, Ken. How's the little gold miner?
Gold miner?
Don't tell me you didn't know about Ken and Gus. They're gold prospecting. They filed the first gold claim on record in this county.
Ken, go out and get Gus and tell him I want to talk to him right away.
Yes, sir.
You come back, too. I don't care if you did work at night on your own time. You're so tired you can't do a decent day's work.
I believe there is gold in the cave, Captain. Enough for all of us. All I have to do is find the vein.
All right, Gus. But until the Patterson deal is finished, there'll be no more chasing gold around here. I expect you to give all your time to the ranch. That's an order.
All right, Captain. You are the boss.
Don't feel too bad, Gus.
Captain thinks I'm a big fool. I do not like he should feel that way about me.
Bet you when you get the assayer's report tomorrow, he'll change his mind.
Yeah, assayer's report. I forget about that. Gus! Gus!
Rob? Lunch? Where's Gus?
Don't bother about that, Gus. You won't be needing it any longer.
Why, what you mean, Captain?
You went back to the cave after what I said to you yesterday.
Oh, no, Captain. I go to the post office. The mail was late, so...
Never mind the explanations. From now on, your time's your own. I need someone I can depend on, Gus. You're not that man any longer.
Captain.
Oh, Rob, you don't mean that.
Yes, I do. I'm going into town tomorrow morning. I'll ask Miller to send his crew out here. And I'll hire a new man at the same time. Now pack your gear and I'll get your wages ready for you.
If there isn't any gold, then Dad won't have to worry about you working a claim anymore. Then maybe he'll let you stay.
You are not disappointed with the assayer's report?
No. I'm glad. I don't want to be rich. I just want you to stay.
No, Ken. Your father depend on me, and I fail him. Maybe it's better this way.
It's all my fault. If I hadn't have shown you the pebble, none of this would have happened.
No, no, Ken. You are not to take the blame. It's my fault. Your father was right. Was fool's gold. I think it is better I leave.
Where will you go?
Oh, I go to Cooley Springs. I find another job. I leave the trunk here until I find a place to stay.
You'll let us know where you are, won't you?
Yeah, sure. I'll let you know.
It just won't seem like home anymore. Without you, Gus.
I tried to get this up by myself, and the pulley board broke, and the whole thing collapsed.
We better get Mom.
I sent her into town after Miller's crew. You can't do that, son. It's too heavy.
All right, Flicka. Pull! Pull, girl! Pull! Pull, girl! Pull! 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 Easy, Dad. Leo. I gotta get a doctor.
Yeah.
Rob, what happened?
The windmill collapsed.
And the rudder fell on Dad's leg.
I think it's broken.
You better ride for Dr. Tilton. Hurry.
Okay, Mom.
Did you get the men?
Bob, I hate to tell you this now, but I couldn't find a man to hire. And Mr. Miller's men are all busy on another job. It'll be at least 2 weeks before they can get here.
Then we're sunk. I'll have to get hold of Mr. Patterson and tell him I can't fill that contract.
Maybe I should find Gus and ask him to come back.
No. I don't want to ask Gus for any favors just because I'm flat on my back.
Well, you was looking fine.
I'm ever glad to see you. Where you been?
Oh, I've been around.
Did you get another job yet?
No, I had some offers, but I don't like working for other people's. I think next week I'll go back to Minnesota.
Minnesota? I sure wish you'd come back and help Mom and me.
You know the captain wouldn't like that.
Oh, yes, he would. Especially since he's been laid up. The windmill fell on him and broke a bone in his foot.
Oh, my goodness. Poor Captain.
And Mom couldn't hire anybody that could take your place. So we're doing all the chores.
A windmill.
It'll have to be all rebuilt. And there's nobody to do it. Mr. Miller couldn't take the job, and Dad's real worried about the contract.
Oh, poor Captain. Well, you better hurry home now. Help your mother with the chores.
Will I see you before you go away?
Yeah, sure. I will see you when I come to get my trunk. when the captain's sleeping.
Come on, Gus.
Thank you, Mr. Osborne.
Hello, Mr. Carson.
Oh, hello, Gus. Making a deposit?
No, they want to draw out all my money.
All of it?
Yeah.
Are you going on a trip or something?
Yeah, or something.
Who are these men?
We were sent out here to rebuild this job, Mrs. McLaughlin.
Oh, how wonderful. How nice of Mr. Miller.
Excuse me, ma'am. Got to get on with it.
Oh, yes, of course. I don't want to interrupt.
All right, boys, hurry it up.
Rob! Rob! Mr. Miller sent his crew after all. The men are out there working on the windmill.
They are? Well, that's the best news I've heard since the Sioux Peace Treaty. That'll save the Patterson deal. But we won't be able to pay off all our creditors. Not with Miller's crew to pay.
Well, at least we haven't lost everything. Gus. Gus! Gus, I'm glad to see you.
Mrs. Ken. Well, she's all done.
Well, goodbye, Mr. Barberg. Thanks for the work.
You and your men done a #1 job, and I want to thank you for it.
Glad to get the money. Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.
You ordered those workmen. Rob will pay you back.
Hey, let the captain down, missus. Maybe this way I can make it up a little.
Gus, how can we ever thank you?
There's nothing to thank me for. Well, I get my trunk now.
Aren't you coming up to the house?
No, Ken. That would embarrass the captain. But I don't want to do that.
All right, I'll see you before you go.
Yeah, missus. No.
You're not going to leave without saying goodbye to Flicka, are you?
Well, Flicka, I come to say goodbye.
Where do you think you're going?
Yeah, well, you're saying goodbye to Flicka.
Saying goodbye. We've got work to do. Your horses to round up.
But we're fired.
You know you were never really fired, Gus. You just stayed out of my way until my temper cooled down.
Unpack your things, Gus. We'll have a party tonight to celebrate.
Oh, thank you, missus. I was a fool, Captain. I was searching for something that never even was. I think I learned a good lesson.
That just about makes us even, Gus. Suppose we forget the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yippee! Now everything's back the way it used to